Hey everybody, how you doing? I hope you are well. Wishing you lots of love. RozyGlow here. And for those of you who are new to me, this is the space where we co-create our reality. And we do that by aligning with grace and ease, transmuting our fears, and learning to live as our higher selves walking this earth. So if you like the sound of that, please hit the notifications, hit the subscribe, hit the likes, and let's just get in this energy because we are magical. We are incredibly powerful. And with this full moon in Gemini coming along, thanks for the likes, guys, we are ready to really create some magic. So we're going to start off with a little cacao toast. If you're new to all of this, I do a little bit of a chat at the start just to bring all the energies together for us to explain what's going on. And then we get into the co-creation. I'm speaking fast because I want to make sure I wrap this up quickly for everybody. But, you know, before we go into the details, let's just do the cacao toast. So if you're new to cacao, this is ceremonial grade cacao. Even if you're not drinking it yourself, you will get the benefits of connecting to the cacao diva who connects us to compassion. So welcome, 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 everyone. Good to see you, Swazi, Nicole, Kate, and Kate. Hello, let's do this. So sitting nice and tall. I'm just taking a moment to bring your cacao or your hands up to your heart. In fact, let's just do a quick little one of these. All right, so rub your hands together. This gets the right and left side of your brain fired up. Have a little shake. And let's just tap our heads as well, so we're waking everything up. Tap our chests. We're here, we're online, we're ready to channel some of the most phenomenal frequencies that are hitting the earth at the moment. I'm seeing colors I have never seen before, like colors within colors. It's so exciting. And any of you who are like, what? I don't see colors. It comes with practice. It comes with clearing your channels. So open to dreaming. It's through your imagination that all things are possible. And this is actually how we co-create our reality, through our imagination. So let's get the cacao diva to help us out with that. If you want to bring your cacao up to your heart, good to see you, Jid. Anyone who's here, do say hello. It's lovely to have the tribe tune in every time. Those who are new, remember there's people here who've been working with me for a long time that anchor the energy, and you get to have an experience of what is possible. So bringing the hands to the heart or the cacao or both. And take a moment to fully breathe into your heart center. So really allow your breath as the source of all that is to be activated in your heart. Take a moment to bow your head to the wisdom within you. Just remember that beyond right and wrong is a field, and I'll meet you there. That field is the heart. Thank you, Rumi. And let the smile in your heart find you. Thank you, Keith. All these teachers we learn from. And smile back at your beautiful, sacred, and incredibly wise heart. The whole universe of you is in your heart. And that might sound out there, but actually everything you could possibly want to create starts as a vibrational frequency in your heart. That's why there's a whole universe there. So we welcome the cacao diva to show us where we most need to go in ourselves, to unblock our own flow, so we can see beyond duality into the oneness that is being co-created. However difficult some people are finding it to see this, it is happening. And we're all consciously taking a step back from our dramas and the collective drama and a step up to take that bird's eye view and really get excited about what's possible, what's being created, and what our part to play is in all of this. Mama Cacao comes out of her hiding, out of her time in the jungle, doing what she does to bring balance and harmony to humanity whenever we are out of balance. And at the moment, everyone's heart truth must be ignited and pierced. So we're connecting with this. We call in Archangel Michael. We call in Palais Athena. We call in all of the ascended masters, our guides and teachers, star family, the elementals and the angels and archangels, and all of our ancestors that are supporting us to thrive and to surrender the shackles of survival. That time is done. It's got us this far. Now we're creating the new. So cultivating some excitement in your heart. Very gently bring your chin back up. Turn your head to the left, acknowledge the past, breathe out, let it go. It ain't got no power on me it hasn't got any power over me anymore. Inhale, center, exhale to the right. And send your breath of certainty of joy, of love into the future. Come back to the center. With your nose, draw a circle in the air in front of you, and this represents your sphere of compassion, which we're going to step into in a moment. Go one way and then the other. And then draw your nose up and down very gently to honor your connection to Source and to Gaia. Okay, so in order to anchor our intentions that our own personal healing is also a healing for humanity, and that we are each committed to moving beyond duality into oneness, we send the sound Ma into the earth, Om into the universe, and Un from our hearts to each other. Deep breath in. Beautiful. So just before you come back, let those sounds settle. And that circle that you created in front of you, just expand it so that it is the sphere that surrounds you. And I'll talk more about this sphere as we go into the co-creation. This is the container of all of you. It's a magical, multi-dimensional, holographic, amazing space where you create everything. So it is, and so it shall be. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gently come back. Hello, welcome. Okay, so the cacao helps us to connect to our heart. The crystals, just so you know what's come through today, citrine keeps coming up to connect us to our inner joy, solar plexus. Rose quartz for the heart, unconditional love, and ruby for the earth chakra. This is raw ruby. I've been feeling a lot. So if you're new to me, earth chakra, soul chakra, essential for co-creating consciously. Otherwise, you're stuck in karma of 4D. You're stuck in fear of 3D. So we've got to always activate the earth and the soul chakra. So if you're like, what's with these sounds? When we send the sound Ma into the earth, we activate our earth chakra and connection to the crystalline grid. When we send the sound Om up into the universe, we're connecting through our soul chakra, through all of the stargates that connect us to source of all that is. And then from our hearts, the Un sound connects us to the human heart grid. Also, it amplifies the energy in our sphere of compassion. So this is really important to understand the symbolism. And, you know, I've mentioned the crystals. I also just wanted to show you all, when I work with multidimensional tools, it's cacao, crystals, essential oils, yoga. This is a really cool little kit from doTERRA for kids. And today I have Stronger on, but there's another one called Brave as well, which I absolutely love. And, you know, they're good for adults too, but they're lots of fun. And this is the whole point, is how can we support ourselves through this journey that we're all in? It's a birth canal. It is 4D, fears to hopes, dreams, possibilities, to certainty, which is the barrier between 4D and 5D. And certainty is when you step off knowing that the next bit will be created and you have faith in that. You've let go of your fear. The whole of 4D is to move you from your fears into your hopes and dreams and to learn how to clear resistance. To know more about that, that's what all my coaching work is about. So please do check out RozyGlow, sign up to the Star Salutation Prosperity Practice. New moon is when you start that. The moment we want to really get clear on where we are from the last full moon to this one. So last full moon, we were loving up the womb of judgment, right? Because all of us, the wounded masculine, wounded feminine, has come from a toxic womb. And most of us have trauma that we've inherited. Like, it's very, very rare that you won't have done, because we haven't known how to process trauma in the last 10,000 years. Certainly the last 2,000 and a bit years, there's been a lot of trauma, right? So where we are in our consciousness as humanity at the moment is to clear that. But you can't clear it without knowing that it's there. So in many ways, lots of people, including me, are seeing that the fears that are being triggered now, the situations that are happening now, are very, very similar to what happened in the Second World War and the First World War, when we had dictators, totalitarian states trying to assert their authority. and to rule everyone through fear and to take away people's choices. Now, whatever your narrative is around this collective thing that seems to be affecting everyone's health, or the threat of it affecting everyone's health, it's seeming to bring people to make very similar choices. And certainly in the UK, we're seeing more and more evidence of people that are following duty rather than following their hearts. So very easy this to incite rage and fear and anger in people. And the sad thing is, we'd rather stay in the duality of judgment. They're right, they're wrong, I'm right. Must fight, fight, fight. And yeah, we do have to fight. There is a place for fighting. This is why you'll hear me say it's never either or, it's and this and more. As a multi-dimensional perspective, things are happening on lots of levels. So there is a fight in the third dimension. There is a fight in the cosmic plane to allow liberation, thriving to be our way of living. But none of us know what that looks like because we've never lived it. Our ancestors haven't lived it for many generations. So we have to utilize our imagination. And I'm going to stick to script because I wrote a load of stuff about this and we can get through it much quicker and into the meditation. But what I'm seeing we're at in this stage of collective consciousness, the people that I'm working with are having to really look at where they still hold judgment, where they still want to persecute. And usually it's when we feel judged and persecuted that wound is triggered, right? So pay attention. We're going to work with a sword of compassion today, and we're going to use it on ourselves first. We're going to take the medicine before we give it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring all of the influences, all of the decision makers, all of the people that are making decisions for our future into the sphere, and we're going to give them the medicine as well, which is the sword of compassion. Now, what my guides told me about this would be every time someone makes a decision out of alignment with their heart truth, this is going to affect us and it's going to affect those who we basically put in the sphere. They will really know. It's like that cosmic slap from mama that's like, you're out of alignment. This is not the right way. So whether that's a physical pain, whether it's an emotional pain, can you imagine your consciousness kicking in to such a degree that you cannot take an action that you know is wrong? That's what we're working in, because people have gone into autopilot. They're doing things to save their jobs, save their families, etc. that normally they wouldn't be able to do. So even the capacity not to be able to sleep at night because of the decisions we make, that's consciousness, that's compassion to get us aligned with truth. All right, so this is where we're going today. We've got to unite both sides from hate to harmony, and mercy is the way. So I sort of talked about this in the last video, which is the meek shall inherit the earth is often how we've interpreted something out of, I think it's the First Testament, I could be wrong. But anyway, when we come to Christianity, moving from this idea that the meek, which to me just sounds so completely wrong. If you look at the Hebrew translation from my friends who have looked into this for me, it is the merciful that will inherit the earth. So the merciful, well, what's mercy? It's compassion, right? Forgiveness and compassion. So we've got to do that work because we are going to inherit the world, and we will rule the world. So we've got to rule with the sword of compassion. Otherwise, all that happens is what's happened in the past. We need to know we can trust ourselves implicitly so that we can take our power back and we know we're not going to abuse it. That's why we're being tested to the nth degree. And, you know, this is going to go on now. Like, just don't, I'm taking you into the energy of celebration. But honestly, we're going to need to hit the solstice point, 21st, 22nd of December, before we really start to see what we've done. And what we've done is liberate ourselves and each other. That's already happened. It's just not quite got here yet. So it's still being played out. And what I'm seeing so many people still do is like stay on that. This is happening. It's terrible. It's terrifying. And the thing is, we've got to pass the baton. All right. It's like a relay race. How long have you been a whistleblower for? How long have you been someone pointing, opening people's eyes? I know for me, I've been doing it all my life since I was about 14. Right. So do I suddenly feel like I don't need to do this anymore? Damn right I do. Literally a few days ago, it was like, don't really feel like I need to make any videos at the moment. I could make one about this, could make one about that. But it's like, no, give that over to someone else. Only your ego, your programmed self says, I must do it because no one else will. Some of us need a fat kick up the arse, and we need to be the ones to step forward because we never have. And that's what I mean about the cosmic mama going, come on, it's your turn. But some of us really need to take that step back so that others can step forward. Because you know what? We're not empowering anyone. And how long is this going to go on for? Well, it's going to go on until every person who currently doesn't give a shit, sorry for swearing, because it doesn't personally affect them, actually it does affect them. And suddenly they're interested, suddenly they care. And in the UK, we've started to see the questioning narrative, which was supposedly the conspiracy theorists' narrative, now show up in the mainstream newspapers. Not just the mainstream newspapers, but the lower demographic mainstream newspapers, the entertainment papers, essentially, because, you know, there's always that sort of judgment, isn't there, about what we read? But it's all scripted. It's all there to get us to do something, as is social media, etc., etc. So we have to unplug, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to step beyond right and wrong and cultivate the energy of being solution rather than problem focused. This allows tend and mend, which is the oxytocin response of our parasympathetic nervous system, which gets us out of the addiction to fight, flight, adrenaline. Okay, so many of us are addicted to adrenaline. It's like, just need the buzz, just need the buzz, just need the hit. It's like, yeah, okay, what if you're just in the place of, oh, this feels so good, I just want to enjoy this, I want to enjoy it more. That's where we're going. This lunar eclipse and the intensity it offers is there to balance and harmonize our soul consciousness with our humanity. Just where is your humanity at? Because, you know, the duality's got to go. For you to move out of 3D and 4D, it's got to go. So if it's still there, wherever it still is, pay attention, love it up. Whilst we've been moving through the murky depths of Scorpio's subconscious, all the shadows have been coming to light. No shit, sorry for swearing. But yeah, it's got to. It's got to be so obvious to everybody that this is nonsense before something is going to change. But it has to also change radically. So we're inviting a revolution here. And that revolution scares so many people because it's about, I'm no longer going to give my power away to someone else when I'm scared. Now, when I'm scared, I'm going to look inside of myself to find the resources I need. And that is going to happen for all of us. Many of us are teachers of this path. We're going to show others how to do the same. Now we're ready to transmute anger into passion for change and ignite the holy fire to keep our focus on the desired outcome rather than the current state of play. This is why I keep telling you, please stay in the victory, stay in the celebration. It speeds everything up. Divine Mother is calling us into compassion and forgiveness as we see just how much corruption and insanity seems to be running the world. Remember that we all get a clip around the ear when we stray from the path we have chosen for ourselves. So this is our own inner mother. If you allow this to be a part of you that is like, come on, you're off track, get back here. So we're going to love up the parts of us that want to stay angry and in hate about anything in your life, personal or global. We have to love up those bits, and any part of us that wants to stay in fear and be a victim, and that wants to cause pain and suffering and stay in judgment of what is good and what is bad. Even I've got bits of me like that, right? And okay, I'm no ascended master, but the point is we all have our shadow to bring to light. And here's the most amazing thing about a partial lunar eclipse. So I just read it up for you to see what it means. Lunar eclipses occur when Earth's shadow blocks the sun's light, which otherwise reflects off the moon. Lunar eclipses occur when Earth's shadow blocks the sun's light. Just consider what that means. The shadow of the Earth blocking the sun's light. That's all of us shedding our shadows, right? And it's blocking the sun's light. So we're going to love it up because it's all got to come out for us to see what's underneath. Feeling you so deeply, we have been frontline long enough. Yes, we have. Absolutely. It's time. Let's let the others step forward. It's part of their growth. Okay. So we must let go of our attachment to the story of good and evil in order to transcend it. So what's beyond Star Wars? How about Star Peace? What would Star Peace mean? Like, no one's made a movie of it yet, right? Let's do it. On the path to liberation and enlightenment, everything is necessary, including the illusion that we're victims and we have no choice, because through that illusion, we then learn it's an illusion. So wherever you still feel like a victim, I have compassion for you. I promise you there is a doorway out, open for it, and you will see it. Will you? This is questions I'm asking all of you, so please say yes. This is what we are offering, okay? So for us to truly experience freedom, no thing outside of us needs to change. Nada. Nothing has to change out there, okay? The bill doesn't have to be taken away. The things that are looming over you, like the sword of Damocles, do not need to go away. It's your vibration that has to shift, okay? So it is a choice within that we then act out in our reality through our internal shift in vibration. And it's something about shedding those shackles of fear It's so liberating. Will you fully commit to love winning inside of you? If you will, say I, yeah? Will you fully commit to love winning inside of you? Yes, please. Give me one of those yeses. Will you play the part you chose to play in this cosmic game? Are you going to step up and do it? You might not know what it is, but are you willing to do it? That's the question. Say yes. Will you sacrifice, I particularly like this one, your ego on the altar of your higher self? That's just me being creative. Will you sacrifice your ego on the altar of your higher self? Say I. That's the fearful bit of you. Will you just let the altar of your higher self take that fearful bit of you and wrap it up in a blanket of love and just transmute it into love? And are you willing to use the sort of compassion on yourself so that you can use it on others? That's the way I'm going with it now. So that's what we're going to do. It is time now to rise above the noise, to get off the fence and accept the parts of us are always divided until we agree on a common goal. The common goal for all of us is to create a thrive paradigm. Are we agreed on co-creating a reality where every living being can thrive? Where can we trust fully those, where we can trust fully? This is the vision I want you to have, that we can really trust those we elect to govern us, because they're actually governing on our behalf. We are giving them that power. I'm downloading as I say this, right? Because we trust our own inner authority, okay? We are willing to align with positive change, transparency, and accountability, okay? Positive change, transparency, accountability. Bring those words into your reality. Start to use them because you'll start to see them around you. We're going to then tune into the radio station of this thrive paradigm, the frequency. Once we've done the sort of compassion bits, we're going to do this, and we're going to then allow all of our energy field to fully tune into that frequency of thrive, of love activating the whole heart. Okay, let's tune the radio station, bring love and healing to those who are truly suffering, and strength and power to those on the front line of this wave of positive change. If that's what we're going to do. So I think we should just get onto it. I'll talk you through it, and then we'll connect at the end. Any questions from anyone? Yes, 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 yes. Hey, Kate. Hey, Danny. Good to see you all. I love it when people show up again and again. All right, I'm going to get on with it. Earlier than I expect. Augustine, nice to see you. All right, just before I forget, because I know at the end we're all a little squiffy, I'm going to have two online events going on Sunday, the 20th of December. One is a solstice ceremony, cacao ceremony and yoga workshop, which will be a 4-hour workshop. It's very powerful. If you've never been to one before, they really anchor where you are and where you're going next, and give you the tools to get there. And then in the evening, the wonderful Susanna Kennedy, who's one of my most inspiring teachers, and the wonderful Leslie Sloan, who's also one of my most wonderful teachers, and I brought her cards to show you, are going to join me live 8 p.m. GMT, which is 7 a.m. EST, for a phenomenal event live, 3 of us together online, called Birthing Light into the Darkest Birthing Light Through the Darkest Night of the Soul. Birthing Light Through the Dark Night of the Soul. Okay, so if you would like to be a part of that, that's going to be a free event. My workshop earlier in the day is going to be a paid-for event, but it's going to be preparing you for the Sunday, the evening. We are so powerful. This feminine energy is coming through. These are the cards that lovely Leslie works through, and she is going to be joining us, as will Susanna, with the co-creation meditation, and I'll be doing the physical bits because that's what I do. So I hope you'll join me. Right, let's do this. Positive change, accountability, and what? Transparency. Nothing to fear. This is my intention. This is what I want to get out of it. This is what I'd like to see as the end result. What about you? Right, this is what I'm scared of. What about you? And be so careful, folks, how you're talking about things to people. If you're constantly focused on how terrible things are and what other terrible thing has happened, and that's all you're pointing your finger at, you are growing that. Okay, we want to bring to light things that are happening. And we want to say, thank goodness it's out in the open now. Thank goodness that people are seeing things, that it's being passed around, that there's no hiding the fact that this is what's going on. And, you know, there's someone called Michael Benicio, I think it is. Anyway, you can check out Civil Law in the UK and he'll probably come up on Facebook. But some really badass things going on. Very, very brave souls, okay? thank you for that question, Swazi. You can book the workshop. It hasn't gone up yet. I'm just letting you know. So save the date, 20th of December, Sunday. It'll be 12 till 4 p.m. UK time for the workshop. It will all be able to be purchased through RozyGlow.com. So look out for my socials. Please go on to RozyGlow and like the page. You can join me as a friend on Rosanna Kelly-Betsos if you wish. Instagram as well, RozyGlow, and we will start to advertise the events so you'll know about them and you can sign up. I'll also add them to the next video as soon as these are up so you can join the link. All right, let's do a quick little check-in. The same with the oils. If you want to purchase oils, there'll be a link below in the text box. If you want to purchase cacao, same deal. Crystals, I'm selling through a beautiful ethical company. So just let me know. It's all here. And a wonderful tribe of gathering. So let's bring our energy together and help to harmonize these intentions for the highest good of all. Our heart of the matter, light body activation, that's what we're doing. Some of you will really be able to see those points brightly shining because many of you are now moving into your diamond body rather than your star body. If you've been doing that deep work, that will be happening with me. Your block at the moment, so what we want to clear, is not feeding our desires enough. We're far too focused on the problem rather than what we desire to co-create. You've got to find that feeling vibration. That feeling vibration is then what you feed out into the universe, and that's then what you get back, okay? 2 more. So the here and now, which is what we're all transmuting together. Now he's come in, but we're going to be working with him, Archangel Michael, and that sword. What did I say to you in this? You cannot make it up, honestly. I said something about the sword of compassion. I'll find it, don't worry. But we're holy fire. That was it. Holy fire. We're igniting a holy fire. So you've got there the protective shield, and you've also got his sword of fire to cut through all illusion. Archangel Michael is connected to this card, and this is going to be the energy of Sagittarian new moon in a couple of weeks' time. All right. So our full moon isn't actually till Monday. The full moon for the Gemini isn't till Monday, but we're going to feel the energies now. So always be ahead of the wave. If you're ahead of the wave, then you don't have to have the bumpy ride, right? Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, they all know the rules. Finally, the resolve and infinite possibilities. You don't get better than this. Integration, the peridot flame, inner masculine and feminine united, healed, whole. So no longer are the wounds of the mother or the father running the show anymore. Activation of the light body, leading to this through owning our desires, transmuting fear, which is what we're doing today. Sword of compassion, right? Holy fire. Cannot make it up. Let's do it. And at the top, you've got the cup of all. And at the bottom, let go of despair. You've got to let go of the despair to be able to have all the goodies. The despair is an illusion. It's not real. Honestly, I work with a lot of people. The suffering that is created in this world is created by our minds. So let's drop it. All right, get ready. So please take a moment. We're going to do a little cleanse of our magical tools as well. So when you're ready, rubbing your hands together, having a little shake. Bringing your hands to your heart center. Just bringing in some gratitude for what's already happened. We don't see it yet, so we're going to have faith and trust that it's already happening. That the light has won. That this world is about to go through the biggest upgrade that we could possibly imagine. And that within our lifetimes, we will be so glad to see the shifts that have taken place in humanity. We get to witness the turning point. So cultivating gratitude for being willing to be part of this vision, and also appreciation for ourselves for how we show up, no matter what, how we keep going, even when we face the judgment, the condemnation of others. We know not to desert our heart's truth and our soul mission. Really appreciating everything that's brought us to this point. Take a moment, just breathe and let go of your breath through your pelvic floor, through your feet, into the earth. Bring your attention back to your heart and please repeat after me. I am all that is. I am the one self I am. I am that I am. I am the source of my creations. I am the creator of my reality. I am a multi-dimensional being of love and light. I am sovereign. I am free. I am invisible, invincible, invulnerable, impenetrable, impermeable, untrackable, and untraceable to anyone or anything of malevolent intent. Anyone or anything that would seek to have power or authority over me by instilling fear in any form. I am a magnet for the guidance of my higher self. I am a pure channel of divine consciousness. I am co-creating my personal paradise in alignment with the win-win-win in everything and the highest good of all. I am committed to co-creating the most graceful ascension timeline for all of humanity in alignment with divine will. I am surrendering my ego self to my divine truth. I am embodying my soul's love light. I am divine rapture. I am divine unified consciousness. I am certain victory. I am divine delight. I am divine prosperity. I am divinely wealthy. I am protected in all ways. I am safe to release the fear, the judgment, the blame, the shame, the guilt, and all the poison that I've wanted to hide. It is time for me to shine. It is time for me to be seen. It is time for me to claim my power as the authority in my life. I am that I am. So release your hands. Hover them over your crystals and anything you want to bless, cards, etc. And just listen to this command, take it in, channel it for me. I cleanse these crystals and magical tools to renew their power so they may bring peace and harmony and benefit all of humankind. I command that all unhelpful energy be taken from these cards, these crystals, and these magical tools to where it can be transmuted into the purest vibrations of love light for the highest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I now command that only the purest vibrations of love and light exist within these crystals, cards, and magical tools. So it is, and so it shall be. Thank you. Okay, so sitting comfortably, relaxing your hands. Please don't cross anything. Take a moment to envisage your sphere of compassion and just being aware that it's a holographic sphere made of spheres within spheres. So the walls of this sphere are made of trillions of little spheres all spinning on their own axis. Just notice that because they're all spinning to the frequency of compassion. Notice what color your sphere is as well. So you can just take a little 360-degree view, front and back, looking around. Good. And know that this is a safe container for you because we're now going to call in Archangel Michael and his sword of compassion. And I just want you to imagine that he's standing behind you, huge winged archangel, with a big, beautiful indigo cloak. And he's got this amazing sword of love light. Perhaps you see it as the fire in the card I showed you. And know this is a holy fire that is there to cleanse your soul and to cleanse you of where the anomalies are in your words and actions. So bringing down the sword of compassion, just say it 3 times. I am the sword of compassion. I am the sword of compassion. I am the sword of compassion. And see that sword of fire or light and love just move down through your body, through the crown of your head, all the way down through your pelvic floor into the earth, down into your earth chakra. And just allow everything that isn't aligned with compassion to be burnt up, loved up, heated up. What will happen is that stuff that doesn't want to change the way it sees things will be screaming and kicking and moving out of your body into your energy field. And this is where all of the spheres of compassion that are making up the wall of your sphere just suck all of that entity stuff out of you, all of the hate, all of the fear, all of the victim consciousness, all of the lack of empowerment. Just release it. All of the things that you feel have a hold over you. Inside this beautiful sword is just doing its work. It's burning up the seeds of karma. And then we're going to call in Athena, who's the goddess of, well, justice, could say peace and war. Basically, she holds the energy, which is that we can defend ourselves when we are under attack. And we defend ourselves with the love and the light of the Almighty. We're very powerful. So she's standing right in front of you. And she's got her own sword of compassion. Invite her to pierce that sword of compassion through your heart. So it goes from the front of you to the back of you and allows again any unforgiveness towards yourself or others to be released. We may have to slay dragons. We may have to cause suffering. We may have to, constrain those that are out of bounds, that are doing harm, that aren't intending to do good. So we must be fully aligned with love to have mercy. That mercy is the compassion and the forgiveness. Even if someone is acting out, and they're acting out in pure, vilified anger, hatred, fear. So just allow all that is lacking compassion within you to be released. It'll be released from the back of your heart. The spheres behind you that make up the wall of your sphere will take them and transmute them. Just letting go of all the ways that we harm ourselves in thought, word, and action. Being willing to bring utter love and compassion to all that we are. Just feel yourself coming into a peaceful state. And allow this work to continue. So now you're going to have Athena on your left, Archangel Michael on your right. Now Athena is showing up with some really awesome magenta cloak. So whatever you see, cool. But let's now create a sphere of compassion in front of us. So remember, we've used the big sphere around us to suck out of us what isn't aligned with compassion within us. Let's just anchor that, anchor, lock and seal, recalibrate, align, balance and harmonize. The graceful and gentle, integration and full expression in all dimensions, all space and time. My physical reality. I am pure compassion. I am that I am. Okay, so now sphere in front, and I'm going to be very specific about who we're putting into this sphere. We're putting everybody in the sphere who is going, la, 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 la. No, everything really is terribly scary and I'm not going to listen to anything else. I don't want to know. I'm only going to trust what those governments that lie to me and the newspapers that lies to me say and the television says, because I can't be bothered to take this decision for myself. I'm too scared. They all go in the sphere. Whoever they are in your life, put them in the sphere. We're also going to put the decision makers in the sphere. So those who are deciding laws, public health policies, those who follow out orders even though they know they're wrong. So I'm putting the police force, the army of every nation into this sphere. Every politician who is making decisions, every politician who's voting, every scientist who is advising our governments, every scientist and doctor that's advising our governments, and the international bodies that seem to be in control. All of the judges that are making decisions against humanity because they're in fear and they're listening to the wrong broadcasts. When I say wrong, I mean the ones that move us into fear rather than love. All of the TV presenters, all of the journalists, all of the teachers, all of the influencers that are following an agenda rather than their heart's truth. So everybody who is involved in this decision making, just remember, it's not who gives you the orders, it's who carries them out, who pays the price. So everybody who's carrying out orders that are out of alignment with divine truth in the sphere, I'm commanding you in there now. And everyone who's watching this is also participating. You're being pulled in. Pull yourselves in, absolutely everyone. So if you know someone personally who's acting out of alignment, put them in. Anyone you've seen on TV, anyone you've heard about who you know is not coming from love. And I'm going to put those people that are the billionaires and the trillionaires who are playing God into the sphere as well. And all those who refuse because their egos are so tied up with the narrative to accept that the people that they think are the saviors are potentially not the saviors. They're the ones that are seeking to limit and confine and suppress us. So put all of those in the sphere. All right. And we just release our judgment of them all because they're all going to get their comeuppance. The cosmic mama's doing her cosmic slap. Just, it's not your job to judge. You're witnessing. You know who's in alignment and who isn't. You know who's acting for the light and who isn't. But we're moving beyond right and wrong, light and dark. We're moving into the unified field. I want you to put fascism and communism in that sphere. I want you to put the idea that, oh, this type of public health approach isn't great, but it does work in the sphere. Everything that's brought us to this point has served us, but there is a way for us to be served even better. So at this point, we are putting archaic systems into the sphere. Time for a revolution. Everything that's got to go is going. Great. So now see Archangel Michael as the huge, beautiful archangel that he is, and see him standing with his arms up and his sword of compassion about to go through the center, the sphere, about to go through the sphere vertically. Okay, so it's going to go down from the top to the bottom. So when you're ready, we can do that with the sound ha. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, ha. Just see that sword has moved through the sphere of compassion. It's anchored down, and that spinal column or that vertical alignment has been pierced. Now we call in Palais Athena, and she is going to do the horizontal piercing so that these two swords intersect at the heart of every being in that sphere. When you're ready, we'll do that again with the sound ha. Okay, so hold the sword in front of you, act as Palais Athena. 1, 2, 3, ha! Beautiful. So see those two swords in the middle of everyone. Their hearts pierced now. There is no going back. There is no more claiming ignorance. There's no more claiming you didn't know. There's no more claiming anything other than I was just too scared to act in alignment. And now we're going to release that fear. So as those two swords are intersecting each other, all those in the sphere that are in fear, just allow that fear to move out of their bodies into the sphere in front, the one that's containing them. That sphere is spinning super quickly, okay? And all those who refuse to surrender the game of controlling others in order to feel powerful, those who are committed to an agenda that is not fueled by love and compassion, that again, everything in them that wants to hold on has to be released. And we are now going to do the work of transmuting the energy. So bringing down now, it is the infinite love flame, but it's been upgraded. So the diamond flame, I am the diamond flame, I am the diamond flame, I am the diamond flame. So see a bright white light with this diamond dust running through it, moving through you. And what does this do? This will love up everything that is out of alignment with what you say you want. It will love up the programming that you've inherited that wants something else. So just let that anchor into your earth chakra. Feel it flow around the world. Amazing work, everyone. I can feel that through the feet into her heart. Her heart center lights up, this huge diamond in the center of the earth. And then move it back up through your body and out through your heart. And just send that into the sphere in front. So everyone and everything in there is getting this infinite love coming through. And anything that wants to stay stuck in fear and controlling others to feel powerful is just transmuted into love. Love and compassion. Those two swords are holding it. Only love and compassion can lead the way now. Just feel that moving through, seeing that whole sphere light up. And when you're ready, we'll feel the diamond fire start to come through, which is a violet flame. And this has a diamond dust running through it that reflects the colors of the rainbow. Just let that move through your whole body. Send it right into the heart of the earth. Let it explode like a love bomb around and then back up through you. So it's feeding the crystalline grid around the planet. It's moving up through you and into the sphere in front of you. And this has its own intelligence. So it will put in front of everyone that we've put in the sphere whatever is necessary to help them see what they cannot see, to help them make the decisions that will align with the swift resolution, the most graceful and easy ascension path for all of humanity. The fight is done, the war is done. It's like the light has won. So everyone will have a chance to upgrade their consciousness. If they don't want to upgrade their consciousness, they will need to go somewhere else off planet. This planet is for upgraded consciousness. So allowing that diamond fire that has its own intelligence, it picks up the anomalies within each of us that make us create the opposite of what we want. And so this is the error codes, I would say. Perhaps they've been implanted. Any kind of manipulations of our free will is loved up. Amazing. And then slowly the rainbow flame takes over. So from that violet flame with the diamond dust, remember the diamond dust reflects the colors of the rainbow, and suddenly you're starting to see the rainbow flame. The rainbow flame starts to infuse the whole of the sphere in front of you. We're going to step into it in a minute. I want you just to keep feeding that rainbow flame through that diamond dust until all you can see is rainbow, shimmering, glistening rainbow within the sphere. It's starting now to penetrate all of the wall of the sphere in front of you. Remember, it gets as big as you want it to be. And you'll start to see as that whole sphere becomes like a rainbow flame, all of the trillions of the little spheres spinning on their own axis as spinning little rainbows, glistening diamond rainbows. And you'll see from above the sphere this sprinkling of gold dust that comes down. And it's a shimmering gold dust, like a stardust, that is also got the colours of the rainbow, the peacock ore element. So anyone who knows peacock ore as a crystal, it's like these sacred metals. So you've got the gems and the sacred metals working together, flowing through. And they're creating the word victory in the sphere in front of you. Victory of the light. Celebrate. Fireworks. Yeah. And everyone is doing their happy dance. So you can see yourself in that sphere doing your happy dance. If you've got soul family, like for example, our Rise tribe, we can imagine everybody's in the sphere doing their happy dance. The light has won. Now we have star peace. We have universal peace, multiversal peace. Peace reverberates. Peace before me, peace behind me, peace to my left, peace to my right, peace above me, peace below me, peace unto me, peace into the world. All right, anchor that, anchor, lock and seal, recalibrate, align, balance and harmonize. For graceful and gentle integration and full expression in my physical reality and all relevant dimensions of my being, in all space and all time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now we step in there. So, from your heart into that sphere, imagine a rainbow bridge. Consciously step on that bridge. Now, that doesn't exist yet until you step on it. This is the power of co-creating. Step on the bridge. Now see that sphere in front of you expand to fill the whole of the big sphere that you were sitting in before. And now that rainbow energy and the victory flame energy is moving into the trillions of spheres all around you. And every one of them is being fine-tuned. The dial is being tuned up to the frequency of victory, celebration, passionate compassion, forgiveness, discernment, transparency, accountability, inner authority. I just want you to imagine that you're listening and you're fine-tuning all of your senses to that joy and celebration channel. You know how there's like Melody FM and Heart FM? This is Divine Love, Divine Union FM, right? This is Victory FM. And just allow your guides and your teachers, also Pele Athena and Archangel Michael, just to help you to adjust your perception to hear and to see and to feel and to think, to smell, to taste, to sense victory and celebration, divine sacred union. See your heart as a unified whole. Your mind not oscillating between left and right, right and wrong, good and bad, but just being in the center, pure love. Amazing. And allow your guides and teachers and all the beings that support your mission here on earth to feed you their unconditional love and gratitude through the spheres that are making up your sphere of compassion, the wall of your sphere. So take a moment to bathe in this love, appreciation, gratitude, acceptance, all that is. See what color column you're given to dwell within, anchored into your earth chakra, anchored through your soul chakra. Beautiful. Feel the peace, the certainty. You now choose to be open to the opportunities that allow you to walk this path. The path of victory, of celebration, of aligning with the divine, of paradise on earth, of thriving rather than surviving. Knowing it's a vibration you tune into. Whatever you need an abundance of, just bring it in. Feel it gifted to you. And know as you receive, everyone you know receives. Feed this down through your feet into the earth. Amazing. Just really sit in it. Beam it out. You are the lighthouse in the storm. Well anchored. The crystalline grid is glowing all around you. Your heart is sending signals out and receiving them back. Your third eye is wide awake, seeing beyond judgment. And then your crown chakra above your head is like, whoa. Feel it also connected to your earth chakra. Okay, so let's beam this signal out one more time. The light has won. There is only love. I am the light of the world. I am divine victory. I am divine celebration. I am divinely autonomous and free. Take a moment to hear the news you want to hear, see the headlines you want to see. I'm seeing a big judge's hammer going, it is done. It is done. The light has won. Beautiful. So let's command an axitonial alignment with this co-creation. Love leading the way. Love has won. And only seeing now the path of love. Feel yourself being a magnet for all that's aligned to it and literally repelling what is not. And feeling this unification within you, so there's no longer that duality. There's just, I am choosing love to win. How does love win in this situation? Whatever situation's going on in your life. I am seeing. Okay, so I command this process continues until completion. I'm commanding an axiotonal alignment in all dimensions, all space and all time. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Recalibrate, align. Balance and harmonise. For graceful and gentle. Integration and full expression. In my physical reality. In all relevant dimensions of my being, in all space and all time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it is done. Gently breathe yourself back. Yay! Welcome, welcome back. Come back, come back, come back. Can I get an amen up there? Come back, folks. Let me know how you're doing, how that was for you. It felt incredibly calm at the end, and there was a very strong emerald come peridot coming through. This is the thing, is when you tap into certainty, the fear disappears, right? So this is the key, is that what are you scared of? Like, what are you scared of? When you know what you're scared of, you can write a narrative that's the opposite of it. When you don't know what you're scared of, there's all these monsters. So I'm not going to show this to you now because we ain't got time, but this is something I'm kind of working through with my current coaching program clients, which is to understand the process of co-creation. Okay, and I'm going to talk a bit more about it when I run the solstice workshop on Sunday, the 20th of December, so people can understand what's going on. Because what I see again and again is people say they want something, and then the moment it looks like it's not happening, the fingers get pointing. It's not working, right? It's not working. It didn't work. You told me this was going to happen. It didn't. It's like, there are people working behind the scenes at the moment doing amazing things. Have some faith that that is happening. And also, you know, there's a particular person that I find it's very easy for me to judge. Rhymes with mates, right? I find it very hard not to judge this person and his wife, because to me, he seems to underpin everything. But as I work with the sword of compassion in myself, there's an element of accepting the possibility that actually what's happening here is, in his words, he is compassionate, right? In his words, he thinks he's helping the world. In his narrative, he thinks he's doing a good thing. So maybe there's a higher perspective than that, which is what he thinks is a good thing is here, and what is best for everybody is up here. But when someone has a lot of influence, this is what's happening, right? So that's why I said to you at the start, whatever has got us to this point has served us, but there is a higher perspective. Okay. So, you know, one of the big divides at the moment is, for example, around these jabs, right? Around this idea that every adult on this planet should have this thing to protect everyone else, right? And never mind what it does to you, it's to protect everyone else. Interesting what just happened there, by the way. But here's the interesting thing about this, right? What if there's a better way? And I don't know if you've noticed this, but I'm seeing one article after another popping out in the mainstream about gut bacteria and its link to health. Now, even that man I just talked about has been doing research into it, but whether he's doing it for the highest good or not is another thing. You listen to Zach Bush and his connection to the microbiome and the way he talks about it. There's a really strong link with Bruce Lipton's research and everything Joe Dispenza talks about, etc., where, you know, you can connect to truth and that will thrive. At the moment, we've still got this wounded masculine trying to control everything through management, control, data, right? It's like, no. The organism that is love is so powerful, it bursts out in all directions, all right? So this is the point, is this is here. What's the higher level? Let's open to that. Let's have compassion. Let's imagine for a sec that those, at least some of them that are doing the worst things, think they're doing the best things for all of us, right? Because they're misguided. Whatever's controlling them is feeding that kind of information to them. That doesn't mean they're right and we're wrong. Don't give your power away. See through it, okay? And for those who know, they know that they are consciously manipulating the situation for their gain. Again, that's coming from a lack place. It's coming from a place that in themselves, they're not powerful enough. So compassion, forgiveness. Doesn't mean we let them run the show. It doesn't mean we don't take the guns out of their hands, the knives out of their hands, and anything else they could cause harm with, right? But we have compassion that they think they're doing the right thing. And they've got a choice. They either rise up with us and learn the truth and to move beyond the wicked ways, or they go off planet and they figure this out somewhere else. It's not here. All right. So that's the sword. That's it. No more. Right. And if you can just take that on board, it will help you to integrate all the opposites. Let's see. Diamonds in my eyes from big tears, amazing colors, finally cut through the darkness, was almost blinded by that light. Yay. Thanks. We are so divinely powerful. We've got this beautiful beings. Love you so much. Love you too, Nicole. Beautiful. My tube was a stunning, glistening aqua blue waterfall. Amazing. Mine was emerald and pale green, silver white. Amazing. Crazy powerful. Maybe thanks to First Tribe, Keith's Cacao. Amazing visuals and left thumb twitching like mad. Aqua blues and greens everywhere. Well, think about it. The blue and the green are the colours of this earth, aren't they? I saw like a fairy dust waking people up and them saying, why are we doing this again? Like in Sleeping Beauty when they actually wake up. Damn, yes. The peacock color, peridot coming in again and again. Love it. Well, you're all so powerful beings. So anyone who's new to me, all of the people who are here, other than Nicole and a couple of others, most of them have actually done my Fearless program. They've also are Rise members. So the frequencies here are phenomenal. So if you're new to it all and you're like, oh, I'm not seeing it, don't worry. Come and join the RozyGlow Grace Ship. Find out more on RozyGlow.com. Remember that you can sign up to the Star Salutation Prosperity Practice, which is free. It really just helps you to clear blocks around money, love, and everything else. Join me for live online yoga. Like I'm on online on Mondays and Thursdays. Again, the links are in this text box. So just look through, and you can go to RozyGlow.com and you'll see the store. You'll see all the different options that we've got. Get in touch. Any problems, drop me a message. All right, I'm here. But like I have got to say, the better it gets, the better it gets. And when I listen within at the moment and know that if my heart does not feel to do something, I listen to that, okay? Because I've deprogrammed from fear to such an extent. I know when it's triggering me, and I also know when I'm doing something because I think I should rather that's in full alignment. Sometimes doing nothing is the best thing you can do because it puts someone else in the position where they need to step up and do something. And that's how we share the load, rather than some of us taking all the responsibility for others to take no responsibility and just keep blaming everyone else, right? Not happening anymore. Cosmic Mama's in the house. Cosmic slaps happening. I'm going to leave it there. I don't want to leave it really because it's just nice to connect with you all, but it is time to go, and I've got 2 o'clock that I've got to prep for. So much love. So much love to you. Thank you for showing up. Please do share this with others. Subscribe if you haven't. We're nearly at 1,000. It's only taken me, I don't know how many years. Anyway, love you. Take care. Love to all. Yay. Bye.